Hey guys, so we are cold calling homeowners today, and I wanted to make this super easy for you to follow along. So we've got a brand newbie, Bobby. As you guys all know, Bobby's my best friend and also my media manager and also wants to get a wholesale deal. So I said, well, what better way to do that than to be on the phone and try? So here we are using the Dr. Deal Junkie platform. Incredible platform. The skip tracing is like the best in the business. The data is very good, highly predictive. But, you know, it is how it is, right? So you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. But I really just want you to watch this because it's going to show you what these calls sound like, right? It's going to give you a good understanding of, hey, it's not so hard. And if you're just a normal human being, people will talk to you and they're not going to shoot you and they're not going to hang up on you or call you names. So Bobby does a great job. I think this would be a great video for you to watch so that you can, I guess, talk yourself into stop being such a bitch and maybe make these calls yourself. In addition to that, if you want to use Dr. Deal Junkie, there'll be a link in the description. I highly recommend you checking it out because there's nothing worse than getting a list of homeowners, skip tracing that list for thousands of dollars, only to find out that all of the numbers that you have are BS. And that's happening a lot out there. So I don't want to call out any specific platforms, but you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, so yeah, those guys, their data's crap, right? So let's just stop using it. Let's just stop giving away our money to those organizations because they're not good. And your data quality is directly related to how many deals you get. So check out Dr. Deal Junkie. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, and tell Bobby how much he sucked. Go. Hey, welcome back, Jenna Hoover. How are you today?
Great. How about you?
Really good. Excited to do this again. We're in Canada. Look, Bobby's got his Canada pants on. Which is no
pants in Canada.
No pants in Canada.
It's surprisingly hot outside.
Yeah,
Canada.
It was supposed to be snowing, so I looked at the forecast and I told him, "Hey, Bobby, it's snowing." So he packed warm clothes, but guess what happened? He doesn't have any of his clothes because the airline lost his bag. A beaver got it.
Oh no!
So how are we going to get it back?
They're supposed to deliver it today at some point. But...
So yeah, we're going to get his bag back, but we're just hanging out here and excited to make some cold calls today. But how's things been with you?
Good. I've been staying busy.
What have you been doing?
I just ran a half marathon yesterday.
What's a half marathon? Like, how long is that?
13.1 miles.
How long does it take you?
It took me 2.5 hours because it was a lot of hills and stuff like that. But I probably could have done it faster, but my goal was under 2 hours and 30 minutes.
And how long did you take?
2 hours and 25 minutes.
So right in your goals. So what's that satisfaction feeling when you finish a marathon or half marathon? Is it not only the endorphins and the chemicals that your body's releasing, but is there like this thing in your brain where you're like, I am unstoppable. Like I am the world's most amazing badass. I just ran for 2.5 hours, 13 miles. Like, do you not feel like you can do anything after you do something like that?
Yeah. I mean, because I was probably at mile 11 and I'm like, I'm a freaking machine, like that I can just do this. And I've been training for about 4 months to be able to do this.
What does it take? I want to use the parallel to people who are becoming entrepreneurs or trying, because it's a marathon, right? This isn't a sprint. Yeah. It's so fun that you're actually running marathons where it's a great metaphor for what we're doing here in our work. What are some of the mental obstacles that you go through in training for this, and how do you keep yourself disciplined?
Well, I mean, and if we're kind of comparing it to real estate, I mean, I could really compare it to it just because I signed up to have a trainer, just like somebody would have a mentor. And it's obviously 7 days a week training.
What do you mean you need a trainer for a marathon? I can just learn it on YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you can, but that's going to be like the level that you'll go is YouTube. I mean, you just can't, I don't know. You can learn some things on YouTube, but I mean, there's a lot of mental stuff that goes into it. So it's 7 days a week, and there's only 2 days out of that week that we actually meet as a group. So 5 days out of the 7, I'm on my own. And sometimes I can be my own worst accountability partner. So like, oh, well, I'll get to it. And I'm also doing a mental toughness challenge at the same time. So I'm halfway through. a 75-day mental toughness challenge. So I have to work out twice a day. One of them has to be outside at the same time each day. So, I mean, I just have been really pushing myself to the limits because I can be extremely lazy if I don't
I
force
would never
myself to
expect
do
that.
it. Oh,
There's
I
nothing. There's
oh,
nothing lazy about you.
my level of lazy.
What is your level of lazy? Like what is a lazy day for Jenna Hoover look like?
If I don't go to the gym, if I don't work out, if I don't know, I just have to accomplish things each day. Otherwise, I feel extremely unaccomplished.
I love that.
I
Yeah.
want to know where you were 4 months ago as far as being able to run. Like how much progress did you make in the 4 months training for this?
I mean, the most I had ever gone before was 4.1 miles. I did a 6.6K in Pittsburgh last year. So that was basically the extent of my my running. So just each week we would do a long run as a group. So it would be, 5 miles one week and then 6 miles the next week, then 7, and we would keep adding. And each week I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to die. Like I would be like, there's no way that I can accomplish 5 miles. And then I would do it. And then I would be like, 6 miles is impossible. And then I would do it. And then the next one would be 7. Then it would be, 9.5. And I'm like, this is so not possible. And then I would keep being able to accomplish it. So I think how you can compare that to real estate is that if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have goals, if you don't have something you're striving for, then you're always going to be where you are. And so if I don't have something to do, then I do nothing. And that's one of the downfalls with me. So I have to once I did my 6.6K last year, I was like, okay, now what I want to do, let's try CrossFit. I never did that. So then I did a 6-week CrossFit challenge, and I was focusing on Alex Hermosi's food plan. And so I did that for 6 weeks and I got super cut, and I'm like, man, this is the best I ever looked. And then it was over and I'm like, now I can just eat crappy. So I have to put myself on a schedule. Otherwise I just won't accomplish anything. And you have to do that when it comes to real estate. Like if you don't say, I'm doing this many cold calls today, I'm doing this, I'm accomplishing this, this is my goal, then you're just, we'll be lazy. It's human nature. We want comfort. We want easy. We want comfortable.
I love that. Well, we're going to get uncomfortable today because we are going to be going direct to seller using my favorite direct to seller platform. Why is it my favorite direct to seller platform? Well, I've tested all of them. I've worked with all of them from PropStream to Batch, and no shade on any other platform there. I love both companies. I think they're ran by incredible people, and they served the community up to a point. But as of late, I'd say over the last year, the data quality has just not been it. And for me, because I know that there's only so many hours in a day, especially if you have a W-2 job and you're trying to do your lead generation in those little periods of time that you have either before work or during lunch or after work before you got to get to family responsibilities, then you need to make sure that in that hour or 2 hours that you're working, that you're actually getting a hold of people, right? There is nothing more frustrating than having the phone ring and just getting wrong number after disconnected number after this number does not exist, recording over and over again. It's frustrating and it's a waste of time. And I'd rather not do it if that's what I'm going to be experiencing. And so one of the things that really drew me to the Dr. Deal Junkie platform is the hit rate, right? How many phone numbers are actually right? How many people answer the phones? It's in my opinion, the highest quality data that you can find in the world of skip tracing. But there's something even more incredible about it in the ability to use AI filters to score the leads. Now, Jenna is going to pull up the Dr. Deal Junkie platform and show us how she pulled the list that we're going to be calling on today. We're calling a high equity list in Phoenix, Arizona that has a high wholesale and a high retail score. Why do we want this? Well, I'm going to invite the lovely Jenna Hoover to explain. Jenna?
Yeah, so I'll start sharing my screen. So depending on what somebody is looking for, it all depends on what your buying criteria. And like you said, there's numerous different ways that we could try to find motivated sellers. But obviously our goal is to try to look for the different symptoms, the different characteristics. And so if I go into my property leads, I just have this button right here that I can go to. It's going to take me directly to, I like to call it's like my own personal Google search for all nationwide properties I have access to right here at my fingertips. And so what we're going to do is we're going to focus your area. So you like the Phoenix area. So let's go to Phoenix, Arizona. And I bet it is so hot there in Phoenix, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's almost 100 degrees right now.
I don't know how you survive that. So
I come into Canada a lot
well,
and spending time in Los Angeles. So essentially I survive it by not being there. It's terrible.
yeah, so I can completely understand that. So what I'm going to do is what we did for you is we pulled two different lists. So you were wanting the Phoenix, Arizona area. You were wanting, and when we talk about AI, do you want to talk about AI first? Do you want to,
Yeah.
kind
Yeah, I want to get right into I want to get right into the mark of the beast.
Okay, so you're going to see here at the bottom of all the different properties, we have those three different color-coded numbers. And what they are our artificial intelligence scoring numbers. How likely we predict that these properties will sell in the next 90 days at either a retail price range, a rental type of a price range, or a wholesale. Like this is just phenomenal compared to what we had to do in the past. Like if I wanted to market to these people, like there's 385,000 different people in Phoenix that I could potentially market to. Now, for me to be able to do that, like, of course, I can come in here and I can select some of the different filters like absentee owners. I can focus on active listings or delinquent tax activity. I can do all that, of course, because that's like one of our strongest tools that we're going to use. However, if I could come in here and I can leverage artificial intelligence, machine learning technology to basically filter through and sift through these properties and show me which ones are going to sell in the next 90 days, it's going to drastically save on how much money we're going to spend on our campaigns while unbelievably increasing our response rate, the amount of people that we're going to target. So what we do, you can see here, these are our three different color coded numbers and how we determine this. And I know we've talked about it in the past, but for anybody who's not seen any of our previous recorded videos, they need to get with that, Jamil.
Yeah.
Hang out with us more.
Because we know that you guys may not have watched it. We're just going to give you a quick refresher.
Yeah. So what we've done, and it's so fascinating, but it's so creepy at the same time when you think of how AI works. But what we've done is we've leveraged 40 years worth of real estate sales information. So if you can imagine every house in the entire country since the 1980s until now. So every house that's sold, we have all of the financial information and data on every seller. So we're looking at super, super invasive things. And it's like we're trying to play a detective. So we say, okay, this house sold, but why? Like what happened in that person's life? What led up to them selling? What circumstances did they go through? What was their financial life like? And we're trying to pinpoint and figure out what caused the sell. And we're looking at the property itself as well. So we're looking at things like how old was that property? Was it over 80 years old? Did it need work? Did it have a screened-in porch? Did it have a pool? And when we're looking at the person themselves, we're looking at very invasive information, like how much their income was. We're looking at did somebody pass away in that household that caused them to sell? Were their kids, did they graduate and move away to college? And now they have this house that is sitting there, it's 2,000 or 3,000 square foot house that's overkill for that person. Or late on credit card payments, were they delinquent on their mortgage, delinquent on taxes, utilities being shut off? Like all these parameters, we have access to that, which is, like I said, extremely creepy. We take all of that information, we put it into our genetic algorithm, and we leverage 40 years worth of the past to predict the future. And history repeats itself. So we're taking it, when we put it into our genetic algorithm, then we're cross-referencing all of those characteristics and all those symptoms with all the current people, all 385,000 of these different people, and trying to sift through and match and say, okay, everybody that we can say, this person right here, they have, this many of the characteristics that all these people had in the past, and that person ended up selling. So it only makes sense that you can leverage all that information to predict the trends of somebody in the future. And so we can score them, like I said, three different ways. Retail. So retail, this is how likely we're going to predict that they're going to sell their property more towards that, obviously, that MLS retail price range. Now, when we look at this one, they have all the look and feel of somebody that needs to sell. But for whatever reason, it's not financially motivated. So it could be things like they're going through a divorce, or maybe somebody passed away in the house, but they weren't the main income generator. Or like I used the example earlier, like it's a family that their kids have now graduated, moved away to college, and they may need to sell, but it's not necessarily because of the financial reasons. Like they're not behind on payments. So all of our facts of the past indicate that somebody in this situation may be more towards a retail or MLS type of pricing. This is great if you have any sort of agents that want to have more listings. This is great if you want properties that you want to try to take them on creatively with creative financing. And then the second one in blue, this is rental. So how likely do we predict that these properties will sell potentially at a discount, but more towards that landlord buyer? And we're able to indicate this based on the property is currently a rental, or it's in a market where there's a lot of rental activity. And then probably a lot of our favorites is purple, the wholesale score. So how likely do we predict that this property will sell in the next 90 days? And we score them, guys, and I forgot to tell you, on the scale of 0 to 1,000 being the best. And so how likely are we predicting that these properties will sell in the next 90 days at that discount wholesale price? Now, this one is financially motivated. So there may be factors where they're late on paying their credit card payments, their utilities are getting shut off, a main income generator of that household just passed away, or whatever the circumstances are. And one of the things, like when we look at some of these people, because we'll be able to see some of their characteristics, but legally, for whatever reason, we can't tell you exactly why they're on this list because our information is so invasive. The only thing that we can do is score those properties. So we can come in here and we can just basically say, like, and anything above a 500 is worth us marketing to because it has a higher likelihood of that property selling. It has a higher sellability score. So you can come in here and say, okay, system, 385,000 people, like that's totally overkill. So let's look at a score of 500 and above. And so we're going to narrow it down here. It's still crazy high number. So we could go even higher. So let's go to something like a 700 and above. And it's going to sift through them. So we have, depending on the size of the list that you want, you could keep it right here, a little over 3,000 different properties. Or if you say, look, let's go a little higher, so we can come in here and we'll say, give me a score of 800.
Yeah, I like that. 800. Yeah. So guys, just so you understand, right? When something is scored at 800 to 1,000, there is a greater than 16 to 17% chance that one of the leads on this list out of 100, let's just call it, would be selling in the next 90 days. Usually that data or that ratio is 1%, right? So if we look at all of the houses in the United States at any given time, 1% of the homes in the United States is going to sell in the next 90 days. But what Jenna's AI is able to do here is score these in such a way that we can say that 17% of these properties are going to sell in the next 90 days. Then that's 17 times more effective, right? That means you have to make 17 times less phone numbers or phone calls, which is phenomenal. But so if you are working with a limited amount of time or you're working with a limited budget, this is very, very, very useful because every one of your calls is essentially worth 17 calls, right? I just want you to understand what the math is here. In addition to that, when she's talking about this AI, right, I want you to think about it in terms of the creepy things that we've all experienced with AI, right? You've all had that moment where let's just say, for instance, you're having a conversation with somebody in your household about something. And then the next day you open your phone and you're scrolling in Instagram or Facebook, and there is an ad that is targeting that exact thing that you were talking about the day before. Now, believe me, okay, I don't feel like Meta is listening into your homes. They can't bug you the way that some conspiracy theorists, tinfoil hat wearing people think is happening. They're not bugging your house. They would all be in prison if they were doing that. But here's what they are doing. They are using predictive technology. So they're looking at what things have you searched? What websites have you looked at? Where have you spent time? Where did you slow your scroll when you were looking at social media? And they're taking all of those data points and they're predicting, well, this person looked at this website, searched these search terms, slowed down when scrolling and looked at this photo. When we put these things together, we know that this kind of person is probably likely going to buy a squatty potty. So we're going to show him a squatty potty. And that's how it works, right? That's how AI works. And so this is the technology that is giving us this score, because they know that, okay, let's just say, for instance, somebody in the household died. Let's see that they got a fine for their landscaping being overgrown. And they've changed their magazine subscriptions, changed the phone number, and one of the kids graduated from college. So we've got all these data points. They stack them on top of each other. And now they've scored that as, like, say, a 750 or an 800 on the wholesale score, because all of these little things that have happened in this person's life mean that they're more than likely to sell their home at a wholesale price within the next 90 days. So I just want you to wrap your hands and your head around the concept of how powerful this is, because it's going to help you save money and it's going to make every one of your calls more effective, which, again, if we're really being honest with ourselves, none of us want to sit here and make phone calls all day long. I would rather make an hour or 2 hours worth of cold calls in a day, and then spend the rest of my day building my business, marketing, creating other funnels and other ways to grow what I'm trying to accomplish. But I don't want to spend more than an hour or 2 hours a day getting abused on the phone talking to homeowners. It's just not how I want to spend the rest of my life. But we understand and know that prospecting is the lifeblood of your business. And so it's a necessary evil. You got to do it. Right now, I think there's only one person in the world that I know that actually enjoys cold calling, and it's this handsome man sitting beside me right now. We showed Bobby the last time we did one of these recordings what it would be like for him to call a homeowner, and he knocked it out of the park. This guy was a natural on the phone. He was able to get, I believe it was 2 leads in a half an hour, which was mind-blowing to me. Better than I ever did when I started cold calling. So I don't want to take that momentum and just let it fizzle out. So we're going to give Bobby another shot at this today, because I'm in the market to buy a wholesale deal in Phoenix, Arizona. And Bobby's really itching to get a first deal under his belt. Even though he's my media manager, he, for whatever reason, is around me so much, and he hears real estate, real estate, real estate. He wants to get a deal done. And so we're going to help Bobby make that a reality. We're going to make some phone calls today and see just how lucky and good this Mr. Conode is. Woo. What do you think, Jenna? You think Bobby's going to get something good today?
Absolutely. Like, I remember when we did that call a couple weeks ago with him. I mean, if he had never done calls before, I mean, he was phenomenal. The way that he was relating to the people and building the rapport and the credibility, like, definitely a natural. So
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, guys, don't hype me up too much. I'm about to get on the phone and get rejected a couple times, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think it's one of those things, right? When you had a life of being rejected, which is what was happened to Bobby, everything that's ever happened to him has been a no. And so because of that, he's just really good. He's looking. All right. So if you would, Jenna, real quick, how can you show us how to pull this list? So anybody who is, and guys, by the way, if you don't have Dr. Deal Junkie, you are missing out on the most incredible platform. We're going to prove it to you today. But if you want to take a moment and pause this video and go sign up for Dr. Deal Junkie, there'll be a link in the description of this video where you can get that done. And remember, it is all about quality, not quantity. And I understand it's not free, but when you take all of the time that you're going to save, all of the money that you're going to save on skip tracing, because what's the point of spending 15 cents on a record that's not even real, where the phone is disconnected? Like, you've got to think about that. I get into arguments sometimes with people who are using a substandard skip tracing service. And they're like, yeah, man, I just stick with, PropStream because they give me 10,000 leads for free. Yeah. And then I just skip trace those 10,000 leads. And like, that's good for me. And I'm like, okay, so you spend $1,500 skip tracing that entire list. How many of those 10,000 phone numbers were actually good? Right. And it's so low. So what's the point of spending that $1,500 if you're barely talking to anybody? Wouldn't you rather spend $1,000 and be able to talk to 20 times more people than what you're doing with a substandard skip tracing and list provider? So just putting that into context for you so you understand, Jenna, if you would show us how to pull that list, and then Bobby is going to start calling.
Okay. Yeah. And I just wanted to state, guys, like, as far as the list that you're pulling is all going to be based on what your buying criteria is. Like, there's some investors that they want to focus on pre-foreclosures and foreclosures. Some of them, they want to focus on delinquent tax activity. Some of them, they want to focus on absentee owners or vacant properties. Like, everybody is going to have their own niche. And Jamil, I'm not even sure, like, we've actually changed some of the filters and features within the software. So it's even better than probably the last time you saw it, because we have some additional things now, like in the more tab where
You tell.
yeah. So one of the things that we can search for is like the mortgage interest rate now. As long as we're in our premium leads, we could come in here and we can search for things like different interest rates. So if you wanted to come in and let's say, I want to see all the people that have a loan of like a 4% interest or less, we can pull all of those, or see like low equity properties if we want to do any creative deals, like creative financing deals. So we can even see different, the different mortgage finance types. Like, we didn't really have a lot of this information before. So we can see all the different types. We can see all the loan types. So if you want to see any particular types of mortgages, you can search for, if you want to see all the FHA loans, if you want to see VA loans. So this is something new that we've recently added into the system, as well as you can see the map does look different. So you can see that we can select them based on, there's different overlays. So if you want to search and see based on, and this is like totally new as of like just days ago. So if you want to see all the vacant properties, if you want to see all the ones that are cash buyers, if you want to search for certain AI scores, so we have like different overlays, and you can actually click on the map specifically, because that was a big thing that a lot of people have said is, I want the map to be more interactive. I want to be able to see these properties over on the map, so I can kind of, because like with our comping tool, it's a little bit more interactive, where I can see where those properties are geographically located, and as well as how much those properties sold for. So I can kind of see it from that eagle view type of feel. And that's what we've done now with the map. So we've kind of made those different overlays. But again, so the sky's the limit on the type of list that you want to pull. But the one that we pulled for today, we did 2 different lists. So we focused on the artificial intelligence score. And what we did for your first list, you wanted retail. You wanted to focus on the different properties that had the retail score of over 800. So what I did is I came in here and I focused on over 800. And I saw
the reason for that, guys, in case you're wondering, like, why is Jamil wanting to buy retail? It's not about me wanting to buy retail. It's that I wanted to target people that were actual homeowners. And why I don't go after the high rental scores is those are usually owned by investors. Investors have investment criteria that they're focused on. I want to talk to mom and dad, right? I want to just talk to a homeowner, not a business owner. I want to talk to just a real person. And why I think it's important to target the high retail number is because these people are still likely to sell in the next 90 days. Now, what makes it a wholesale deal is going to be condition and how fast they want it to close and what price we get it at. And if there's an opportunity to force appreciation. So I don't want to discredit, or I don't want to limit those from the potentials that we're calling. So I like going after a high retail score, and I like going after a high wholesale score. Obviously, the wholesale score is pretty self-explanatory, but if you're wondering why I'm targeting a high retail score, that's why.
And then just kind of going off of what you just said, I focused on people who own that property in their own personal individual name. So I was excluding any sort of businesses, LLCs, any sort of banking or financial institutions, no government properties. So we're not calling the government today, and no trust. So we are just going directly to the homeowner. So we had 325. And so I wanted to make it even smaller because I wanted to increase our AI score. So actually what I did is I kept playing around with the AI score. So I kept, increasing it a little bit by a little bit. And basically where I stopped was around 840. And what I had here was a list about, so I had like, over 200. So what you can do is you can filter by the highest AI score first. So if I were to come in here and I say, give me the highest number first, so I can come in and say, give me the top ones first. And then we basically pulled like the first 150 or so of those different properties. And then we pulled those ones. Now, the second one that we did, we kept everything individual.
Isn't it interesting though? Look at this, guys. And this was all of Phoenix. So this isn't like specific zip codes, correct?
Rental. Just so you know, it's rental. It's not retail.
Oh, did I select the wrong one?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant this one. Sorry.
I think you put the number in there, but when you're choosing the drop down, it says.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. See, you're the best backup dancer ever.
Huh?
There we go. And I don't know. I'm hitting the wrong button here.
Super interesting though. This is all of Phoenix, and look at where these potential distressed opportunities exist, right? I mean, it's not in the areas that are the highest income level areas. It's very much in relation to how the city is spread out, especially in terms of its different classes of neighborhood, right? So this is pretty much the C and D areas of Phoenix, and this is where we're going to find the majority of the distress. So it makes so much sense that this is how it's been categorized and how the demographics actually shook out when we pulled this list. It's crazy.
Yeah, so this is the list. I finally got it now. So I pulled this list. So what I did is I came in here, I did 840 just because I wanted it to be as high as possible while still having a decent number. And I just wanted to have enough for us to call. So obviously when somebody would look at this list of 188, they can be like, well, I could like call this in like an hour or two by myself with my cell phone. Like obviously, yes. So if you're wanting something more substantial, then increase the size of your list. But what I did is I made it to where the highest number were first, and then we pulled you like the first 150 or maybe all of them that was on that list. Now, the second list that we pulled, it was pretty much the same. So we did the individual, so individually owned. And then what this one was, is we focused on the wholesale score. So with this, I started out around 800, and then I was looking to see how big my list was. So I'm going to do the same thing. I want the highest number first. So I want the top one here. So let's see what we got. So let's see how many there were. So there's still 1,200 properties. So then I started increasing it more and more. So I was doing, 850. And then I think I ended up stopping. What did I stop at? I stopped at 851 actually, just because that's just where we kind of topped out. So I left it at 851. We still had about 400 and so properties here. And then what we did is we pulled like maybe the first 200 or so. So the highest numbers first, and then we pulled those. So that's kind of where we were. So these people, we have kind of, like you said, a mix of them. We have people that have a high likelihood. I mean, all of them have a super high likelihood to sell. They have all the look and feel, the characteristics. Like, yes, we will get people that are like, how did you get my information? I have no desire to sell. I mean, sometimes they just may be unrealistic about where they are in their life. Like if they're having their mortgage company calling them, if they're behind on everything. I mean, sometimes people aren't always the most receptive, but we're going to kill it with consistency. Like when we're reaching out to these people time and time again, and their circumstances change and time changes everything, then they kind of may change their tune. But the people that we're contacting have a high likelihood to sell, whether it be at a discount, whether it be at that retail price range. But it's not to say that that they're not going to all intertwine together. So I'm looking forward to seeing how our calls go today.
And from there, we've pre-pulled the lists, and so I have them here. But what does it look like actually pulling them? How long does it take to get the data?
It's pretty much instant. So as soon as what we'll do is I'll actually just show it to you. So let's say that we wanted to grab the first 50. So, I mean, it's really simple. So you can come in here, you can either select the entire list of 400 and some, or if you want to say, I want to do like the top 50 because I only have a budget of $5. I don't know, whatever your budget is, nobody's going to judge you. So you're going to see here, I can do multiple pages of 50, and then you're going to see that they're going to show up in the My Leads section. So from here, we have a couple options. We can either direct mail them, or we can lead trace them, which is skip tracing, where we're going to get their contact information and we're going to actually reach out to them. I always like, obviously it's going to be up to you which method you like. Me personally, I'm a hunter. So I love to cold call the people. So I'm going to actually like, I always am going to skip trace them regardless if I direct mail them or not. The thing about direct mail is that the ball is in their court. So I'm waiting on them. Like if they're not receptive, I don't hear from them and I don't get to talk to that person. So, I mean, I'm sure like, if Jamil reaches out to somebody and it just sits there on their desk versus them talking to him, once they meet him virtually, once they hear his voice and they hear the compassion that he has, it's going to be a different conversation. So I like to reach out to them personally. So you can direct mail them. You can skip trace them or you can do the combo. I mean, doing the combo, like if I do direct mail, I always tag team it with lead trace. So I'm going to come in here. You're going to see it's going to be 10 cents a piece. So this list here is going to set us back probably less than what a Starbucks coffee costs. At $5 is what this is going to set us back. You're going to see that we're going to have up to a 90% hit rate. We do scrub it against the do not call list and the litigator list. So you'll be able to see if anybody has ever been in litigation so we can be properly protected. We will, obviously our list is just individuals right now, but if we did have LLCs, businesses, corporations, trusts, whatever on our list, we actually can pierce that corporate veil. So we'll not only get their contact information, a lot of times we'll see the person's name who's behind that entity. We're going to get multiple phone numbers, emails. We're going to get their relative contact information. So, they're different family members. So we will really try our hardest to find that person's contact information. So you'll see here, we'll save it into our database. I like to give it a name of whatever I just pulled, but just for time's sake, I'll just keep rolling forward here. And then you'll see $5, but you'll get that list almost instantly. So it's going to email it to you, as well as you'll be able to see up here that you'll have a notification that your list is ready and you can download it right here from the system as well.
Nice. And what does hit rate mean?
Hit rate, it means that we're going to be able to find their contact information. So
the phone will work. Type thing.
Well,
right?
it's that we can locate them, that we can
got
find phone numbers for that person and like we may get you 45 out of 50 on here, something like that. And if we do, then you'll see you'll have a credit for five credits in your account to skip trace 5 other people. So we don't charge you for things we can't find. So we do have a pretty high success rate of being able to locate that person's contact information. And obviously there's going to be numerous phone numbers. So I always like to start out on the first number that we provide. Sometimes I go into the second, like as you go through like the 7th phone number, it's less likely that that's going to be a current working phone number for that person. It's just, those are all the numbers that have ever been affiliated with that person's life.
And just so you guys know, you're not paying for the additional numbers that you get on one record. So let's just say, for instance, Javier Mata, that's over on 96th Avenue over here. If we're given 7 phone numbers for him, we're not getting charged 70 cents. He's one record. And even though they may give us 7 phone numbers for Javier, we're only paying the 10 cents for the one record, even though it's coming with 7 numbers. So that's awesome. But I also just want to point out that scrubbing against the litigator and the do not call list is very responsible. I don't believe in bothering people who have taken the time to put their number on a do not call list. Those are people that don't want to be contacted. So I'd rather scrub against it. And there are people out there who are just waiting for their phone to ring so that they can sue you. They legit will sue you. And I've heard of this happening a lot. There's a lot of little shakedowns going on out there where somebody's got an attorney in the family or they're an attorney themselves and they send you a demand letter. Usually they try to shake you down for like $5,000 because they know that if they sue you, it's going to cost you at least $5,000 anyway. So you might as well just cut them the check for $5,000 and have it be gone. So don't fall into that trap using a skip trace service that is not doing that. And I can tell you that almost every other skip tracing platform out there is not scrubbing against the DNC list, is not scrubbing against known litigators. It's too expensive to do that for them, and so they're not doing it. They used to do it, but they don't do it anymore. But here at Deal Junkie, they are scrubbing against it, so I'm really grateful for that. And at 10 cents a record, I believe that's one of the lowest cost, if not the lowest cost, skip tracing prices in the industry. So we've killed it here, guys. But I'm excited, Bobby. Are you ready to make some phone calls?
Yeah, let's do it.
Amazing.
Let's. I'm gonna hit pause real quick, and then when we come back, we're phone calling.
All right, Bobby has. What did you do to prepare yourself mentally for this, Bob?
Empty the bladder. I went in the other room and just smiled.
All right.
So this is what the list will kind of look like. I don't want to show people's names, but it's a weird one to look, but it's pretty comprehensive. Might have to blur that, but it's a cool looking spreadsheet.
You couldn't see much.
Yeah.
So I can see what the address is. I can see their name, and then I'll scroll over and I can call right.
For somebody who understands media as well as Bobby does, the fact that he just put his phone up to the camera like that and showed us absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, you see this? You see that number?"
He's like, "Hey guys, just so you know, this is what it's gonna look like." Yeah.
First person's name is Anna. Just ignore you guys' crap talk. Okay, Anna at Merrill Street. And for you guys, if you want to call along at home, it's 623. Just kidding.
Bobby's making cold calls.
Anna.
6, 2, 3,
No answer.
8, 4, 9.
Don't give away the actual numbers. So should I try this? No, okay. We'll go to the next one. And this person's name is Roberta. And she's at Minnesota Avenue. She's 79 years old.
Did you learn how to copy and paste that into a text message so it's easier to call?
I know how to copy and paste.
Okay.
Yeah. Same amount of time in between calls instead of spending an hour doing it. Roberta, Minnesota.
Next. What do you think, Jenna? What do you rate that dialing form?
Well, I think we just got 2 for 2 numbers.
There you go.
This one is on Vale Drive, and her name is Ernesto. His name is Ernesto.
Is this international calling?
I don't think
No.
so.
No, not from Canada.
My number's in the U.S., but I am in Canada, so it might be.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Okay, next one up will be Roberto, my guy on Hazelwood. That's one of the rare not hits. No number on that one. Okay, here we go. Next one. Next one is a Tucson number. 94th Avenue. Steve. I kind of forget what I'm supposed to say, but
Hey,
we'll figure it out.
interested in selling your house?
Ask if the refrigerator's running. That's what I love about cold calling. It's like prank calling for adults.
I like that.
You know,
Okay, no Steve.
You could pretend to be like their high school crush. Hey, Steve, it's Robert. Remember in the 10th grade?
hey Steve, it's Robert. Is that what you just
Yeah. We shared that time in the locker room together.
said? What you did in your locker rooms?
Smack ass. We did a lot of smack ass.
Sounds like it.
This is Nancy on 92nd. Can you hear it all right, Jenna?
Yeah.
And this is the wholesale list. Okay, no good on that one. We'll go to Hector.
Hector!
on 10.
Every time I hear the name Hector, I think of the movie Troy.
Oh, I think I saw that, but I don't remember that part.
That's when Brad Pitt's outside waiting for Hector to come out, and he was gonna kill him.
Brad Pitt is handsome.
And he's like, Hector, Hector, Hector.
I hope he answers just for that reason.
Yeah, Hector.
Seems like a decent time to be calling too. Monday at midday.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
I mean, the numbers have been good, but
Yeah.
nobody home, nobody picking up the phone.
There's Cirilo. We're gonna call
Here, Bobby, let's. Why don't you touch this crystal?
I have my crystal right here.
Oh, what? We're crystal friends.
Yeah.
Let's
Ooh, the crystal
touch.
just made
Let's
that happen.
let's touch crystals.
The crystal just.
See, this one has it's I think it's like rutilated quartz, so they say it has angel hair inside of it.
Whoa! I didn't know angels had hair. I thought they were all bald. This is
Paul crystal.
this is rose quartz, I believe it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good for abundance.
There you go.
Okay, Damian Reyes.
Want to touch my rose quartz, Bobby?
I didn't know you're into that.
Doesn't have one.
You know, I'm surprising,
Yeah.
but I walk around with little crystals because I'm like that because I'm spiritual.
See, I always keep them in my bra, then I forget about them and I drop them on the floor and break them.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Bra crystals.
Yeah.
People are like, Jenna, are you cold?
Is it cold over there? Or is that just your quartz happy to see me?
Come on, Edgar.
Please leave your.
I think we can probably just trim until we get, or like cut the video
Yeah, until people start picking up.
when we get a good call. By S. Liu. Oh, wow. I'm so dumb. I've been scrolling over on the spreadsheet to see their names, but it's right next to it.
I'm tickling Bobby's feet right now, by the way.
There you go.
B. S. Liu. B? By? It's B-I. How do you pronounce that?
Be.
B.
Hey, what's up, Be?
What's up, Bobby?
Hey, Be.
Bobby, it's B.
What's up, Be?
B. Bobby.
Please leave your message for 60261.
It's okay. We're going to call Blaine. So on that one, there are more numbers. Should I try the next one?
Nah,
Just for
just keep going.
curiosity's killing me, man. I want to do it. Just
Be the one that got away for you always.
should I just go to the next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was Blaine that we just tried. Here we go, Maria.
Welcome to Verizon.
Here we go, Frederick. Why do you say never try the second number?
I mean, I don't say never. It's less likely that it's going to be good. So might as well just move on to the next one, so you don't waste the time. You know what I'm saying?
Frederick on. Carol. 89.
You reached the Fallons. Please leave a detailed message starting with your telephone number, and we will get.
Charles.
You look pretty today, Jenna.
Thanks.
It's that smile.
The mobile voicemail system.
I brushed my teeth. That's probably what it is.
Oh yeah, were they furry before?
No, not today. But I tell you what, I was pretty ripe after that run though. I was just soaked.
Verizon Wireless.
So-
The call cannot be completed as the call party.
I've never run that far ever in my life.
That's impressive.
Yeah. But I wouldn't consider myself a runner. And then I just
I would consider you a runner.
I became one. And now like everybody's like, oh, you'll want to do it. And I'm like, heck no, I hate it. And then now that I've done it, I'm kind of like, there's another race in two weeks. And I'm like, and it's really cool because it's on an abandoned part of the old Pennsylvania Turnpike. So you have to wear a headlamp and you go for 4 miles underground in a tunnel. And I just think that would be so fun. Just
It's crazy. You're crazy.
yeah. But then I'm like, I'm nervous that I'm gonna want to do a full marathon now, which is 26.2.
You are an addict.
Told you.
Sorry, I'm looking for Esmeralda.
You got the wrong number.
What did you say this is? A pest? What'd you say?
Yeah, Core Pest Solutions.
Gotcha. Thank you. All right, do you have any properties you're looking to sell?
Nope.
All right. Have a good day.
Yeah, he took a shot anyways.
There you go.
That was good.
James.
Hems.
Everybody must be at work.
Please leave your message for
Rosa. Hello, is this Rosa?
No, she's not here. Can I take a message?
Yeah, I'm calling to see if you guys still own the house on 84th Lane.
Oh, I'm sorry, say again. I can't hear you.
Do you still own the property on 84th Lane?
Oh, I don't know nothing about that, but maybe ask her and you have a chance to call later. It's okay.
Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Aw, she liked him.
Really did.
She was like, aw, you're cute, Bobby. Thanks for calling me.
So for that, I should mark it somehow or just move on? And
Move on.
Let them fill me in later. That's one thing I'm thinking about.
I mean-
these numbers are going to call me back and I'll have no clue who they are. And just.
Well, you can just get right into it. Be like, hey, I was just seeing if you wanted to sell your house.
Yeah. Okay. Play the guessing game.
Yeah, because you'll have their
Who they
phone
are.
number.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll have their phone number. You can cross-check it later. See?
Tony.
This problem solving 101.
Tony.
Yeah, that's why it's good to have a mentor instead of just winging it.
Right?
Guys are creeping me out with your big eyeballs.
Can you cross your eyes or cross one eye?
You reached my
We
phone.
can do both, I think.
Brent.
There you go. Hey, how's your neck? You all feel
Here.
fantastic.
Your call cannot.
Look at you. You feel like a new man.
Kind of, but look at all my scars.
I don't even see a scar.
There's one.
Well, you don't. Oh, I don't even see
and
it.
There's another one.
It like blends right
Oh,
with your
there's
skin.
the other one.
I don't see it.
You don't see this?
Not really. Like I have like lines on my neck, but it's just like my skin.
That's right there. They slit my throat.
Andrew.
And then they moved all my stuff over and they went into my spine.
Yeah, but probably feel better, huh?
Hey, Andrew.
Speaking.
My name's Bobby. I'm calling to see if you still have that house on Flower Street.
I do.
Is there any chance you're looking to sell that in the next 30, 60, 90 days?
I would not be selling in the near future at all. No,
Not at all. Is that a no now or no never?
not likely. No,
Do you own any other properties?
I do not.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time, man. I'll let you get back to whatever you're doing.
All right, thanks.
Cheers.
Bye.
What is this? Was that just Chad love? Like couple of Chads on the phone with each other being like, hey, what's up, Giga Chad? What's up, Giga Chad?
People were so nice to
They
him.
were so nice to him. And that guy he would have been a jerk to me, but he was nice to Bobby.
He'd have been like, "Why are you calling me?"
Huh?
And he'd have been like, "Why are you calling me?" If I called.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, keep doing it.
So what was I missing? What didn't I say?
You did you did it all right. Yeah, keep going.
Ideally, they just say yes to that, and then.
Yeah, he was like, he actually wasn't a total D-bag. He was like, not likely, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, and we're saying that everybody's so nice to you.
All right. It's because I'm nice to them.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Please leave your message for 6238.
So, Jenna, I'm going to show you a bill of Canadian money, and you're going to guess the denomination, okay?
Okay. My gosh, is that like president guy from like Russia?
No. What's the denomination?
I don't know, $10.
Okay.
I don't even know what a $10 Canadian dollar looks
What's
like.
the denomination? Bobby, don't cheat.
You can't see it.
$50.
You cheated.
Is it? I didn't even see. I just saw him do a 0.
Yeah, it was 50.
Who's she? Is that
That's the queen.
probably 100? She seems kind of like 100 kind of lady. Like, what's the highest that they go? Is it like 100? Like,
Yeah, 100. That's a 20.
oh, that's a 20. Okay.
Don everybody's on Flower Street. Don. I'm calling the whole neighborhood right now.
A 5.
Well done.
Ooh, look at that.
Jim, I'm looking for a Don. Is there a Don there?
No, you got the wrong number.
Jim, do you own the house that's on Flower Street?
No, I don't know why. That's been for sale for 3 or 4 years, and I keep getting calls about it.
Oh, shucks. I'm sorry to waste your time, man. You don't own the house that you want to sell, do you?
No, I don't.
All right,
Okay,
Jim, have a good
thanks.
day.
Bye.
He's just taking all the shots. This guy's amazing.
So smooth.
He doesn't own a house. I don't like him.
And this was 100.
Oh, okay.
It's a 50. You can't tear the money here.
You're like a cash register.
He just keeps pulling it out of it. That's his
Unterrible.
socks.
I know. You just had him like laying there.
Literally in his socks. He just pulls that money out of his shoes and socks.
I leave it here for my cleaner. So when I leave, my cleaner comes and I leave this like under my pillow.
Just to see if how legit and safe they are.
No, that's how I pay them.
Oh, I don't know if you like leave it around just to see if they like take it or not.
Well, they know. So basically, the way I find out if they cleaned it really well is I say, "Hey, I've hidden your payment somewhere in the house, so clean it, and you'll find where it is."
It's like an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah. You think that's mean?
No, I think that's good. They should.
I leave an extra $25 just for the fuckery.
You should like put it like under the toilet seat lid, and then that way you know they cleaned it.
That's mean. But yes.
Put it in a Ziploc bag.
I'm gonna put it inside the toilet tank.
Yeah, you could put it there. I don't think they clean there anyways, but
Okay, we're gonna call Gerald. That's my dad's name.
Ooh, you gonna tell him? He's gonna say, "Hey,
He's
this
83 years old.
is this Gerald? That's my dad's name."
Gerald? Dad?
Dad, is this you?
Oh, this shot is great.
You know, trade jobs?
If there was ever a shot that made Bobby look like a fat hillbilly, it's this one. I'm right now that I've got him on. I can't wait to show him this. Oh, Bobby, look at this. Jenna, check it out.
Great.
It's so good.
Jose.
This is actually probably one of our more fun YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're liking this video, like it. Leave us a comment.
Jose.
Oh, no way, Jose.
No way, Jose.
No way.
Should I try
When my daughter was little, she wanted to be a YouTuber. And so she would always, I have all these videos of her, and she'd be like, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Subscribe.
Make sure you subscribe.
Subscribe. When she was like,
Subscribe. Did she start it with, hi, everyone?
hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And then she like would make these video tutorials when she was 5, and her makeup would be just everywhere, and we'd have to pause it and I'd have to fix it. And
Francos? Is Mario there? Mario, no? Okay.
No.
Gracias.
Bobby's Spanglish is on
Nice.
point.
spot on today.
Yep.
Gaxio Anna. Anna.
Guys, this
4
is
years old.
the work. This is the work. Smile while you're doing it. Have fun.
See, a lot of people, when they go to cold call, they're just like petrified and they don't even pick up the phone to do it. And I tell people, like, it's not like they may not even answer on the first couple calls. So you'll get that like jitters out, you know, because you're all worried and not even taking action when sometimes you have to make a bunch of calls to get people off, you know, they're at work or doing whatever they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of an NPC, Jenna?
What is it?
NPC. It's a video game term where it's a non-playable character. So
Mm,
people walking around that are kind of brainless or
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and my friend yesterday was explaining how she goes up to random people with no fear. She was just treat them as NPCs. It doesn't matter. Just go interact. It's like life's a video game. I'm like,
There you go.
So none of this matters, but if you do it, there's a chance to make some pretty good money.
The winner.
Frum-pa-bum-bum. Estrella Flores. Oops. Estrella blank. Beep.
Jenna, you got good eyebrows.
Me? Thanks. I'm an eyebrow.
You're an eyebrow person?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are legit.
Thanks.
Did you laminate them?
No, I don't really know how to do any of that stuff.
Did you-
That's just how they are.
Did you microblade them?
No, I'd never do that. That's just my eyebrows.
Do you pluck them?
Not really. I don't really need to.
They're just perfectly shaped right out?
That's just what they look like. See, it's my eyebrow hairs.
Hello. Hi, is this Souped Up?
Yes, this is.
Hi, my name's Bobby. I'm calling about your house on Campbell. Do you still have that?
Okay. But no, actually, I will put me in do not call list also, please. Not interested. Thank you, though.
Do you have any other houses?
No, thank you.
Appreciate your time. Souped Up.
Yeah, Sukhdev was nice about his do not call me anymore.
Yeah. What do you do in that situation? How do you put them on a do not call list?
I just will just like if I'm going off of the spreadsheet, I'll just highlight them in red,
Makes sense.
just not to call them again.
If he wants to be on the do not call list, he needs to go to the do not call list registry and put his number there. That's how he officially does it. It's not our job to do it for you.
Oh yeah, I just meant so that I knew not to call them again.
Verizon Wireless. Your call can now be.
At least I pronounced his name right. That's maybe why he was pleasant.
Yeah. You could have also called him Suki because he probably goes by that. Suki.
Jenna, when you do this, do you find more success in saying their name to them or not saying their name?
I like sometimes I'll just test and track. Sometimes I'll practice and I'll say I won't use my name or I won't use their name. So sometimes I'll say like, "Hi, is John available?" And then, or I'll say, "Hey, John, this is Jenna," or so I'll kind of play around with it and see what seems to be hot that day. But I mean, I usually will try to ask for that person, but I try to introduce myself at some point, like, because a lot of times they're like, "Who's this?" Who's calling. So,
You should start the call like a hook on an Instagram reel. Thought about selling your house in the next 90 days? Let's see how that goes.
Attention based editing. Let's go.
Let's see. Try the next one. Thought about selling your house in the next 90 days? Hi, I'm Bobby.
I'll give it a proper pitch.
Yep. Selling your house can be one of the most complicated transactions of your life. My name is Bobby, and I can help you do that very quickly and efficiently with cash.
Press 1 for more info.
Martha.
Bueno.
Bueno. My name's Bobby. Do you still have your house on 73rd Avenue?
¿Hablas español?
Poquito. ¿Tienes tu casa en 73 Avenue? 73?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿Quieres?
Casa
¿Cómo se
vende.
dice?
Casa vende.
¿Vende? ¿Casa vende? ¿Casa?
No.
Ok. ¿Tienes otras casas? ¿Otras casas?
But that was pretty damn good.
How's my Spanish?
Oh man, that was great.
We need to learn some Spanish for these calls.
Big time.
Truly. It's a lot of Spanish names here. Luis. Luis did not answer. Victor.
How long are you in Canada for?
Same street you are.
I leave in
2 days.
2 days. 2 more days.
No.
Victor.
No.
No. I hate it too. Hey, do you still have your house on Earl?
See if the dog can answer you.
She just picked up the phone. No! It was like Spanish Miss Doubtfire.
Yeah.
No what? Guillermo.
Jenna, do you know Tim Hortons?
I've heard of them.
So good. They put crack in the coffee.
Su llamada
Yeah.
ha sido transferida a un sistema de mensajes de voz.
See, I don't really drink coffee.
No? What do you drink for energies?
Like water with Celtic sea salt. I know it sounds gross.
Electrolytes.
Yeah.
Why Celtic, not pink Himalayan?
I think it was that barber lady told me to use this stuff.
I was going to say that's like the whitest lady thing I've ever heard anyone say before.
Yeah.
Water with Celtic sea salt?
I don't really drink. I can't drink any soda pop right now. I can't drink any alcohol. So
What
Just-
about Zevia? Do you like Zevia?
what is it?
Zevia, it's soda sweetened with stevia, so it doesn't spike your insulin. It's effectively the
I
same.
never had it.
It's so good. It's the best cheat code. It's like drinking water, but it's a soda.
Huh.
I'll send you some. Shout out Zevia, they're for sponsoring this video. Come on, Robert. Bob?
Hi, it's Matt. I'm unavailable.
Matt?
To the phone right now. Just
That's Mad Matt. When you make your voicemail and you sound just, hi, this is Matt.
I don't have time for whatever.
Welcome to
I'm
Verizon Wireless.
very serious.
I like that one call we did the one time and somebody told you to go get a real job. That was good. It's like people I wish they knew, like when you're calling them. Like, don't you know who's calling you right now? It's that guy from the TV show.
Nobody cares.
Please leave your message for
Do you get people that recognize you when you like go to airports and stuff? Do they ask for signatures, like your autograph?
Sometimes.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
welcome to
Selfies.
Verizon
It's always a
Wireless.
selfie.
Selfies.
Yeah.
The coolest thing I've signed is somebody's MacBook. That was a neat thing.
Oh,
Somebody said, sign my computer. And then someone asked me to sign their shoe. And it was
Huh?
a good shoe. It wasn't a shit shoe. It was a good shoe.
yeah.
So I was like, I was really flattered by that. I signed a person's chest,
Like boob chest or they're
a
like
man chest, but I did get hit on. I'll tell you about it in a moment. It was wild.
Was it with a girl?
I think so. I hope it was a girl.
Hello, this is Eric. Hi, Anthony. This is Bobby. I am calling about your house on Campbell.
I'm sorry, you have the wrong number. This is the city of Goodyear, actually.
The city of Goodyear? Sheesh, that is super wrong. Appreciate you. All right, bye.
Have a great day.
You too. The city of Goodyear.
Wow. So we were at Squad Up Summit, and there was a lineup of people wanting to take a photo with me, and I felt a hand on my butt, but I thought it was Bobby because he wasn't around. So I was like, oh, that was probably just Bobby touching my butt. I didn't look around or do anything, but then the photo was being taken. So I turned around and looked, and no one was there. Didn't think anything of it. Went up to my room a little while later. And like always, whenever I take my pants off, I check all my pockets and take everything out of my pockets and put it on the table. And I pull out a note.
Hello, this is Sonali Castro. I'm your neighbor.
And the note said,
Just leave a message.
I'm gonna leave this lady's name out of it for privacy, but it says, "Hi Jamil, my name is blank blank.
Message for
I would like to make you smile for the rest of your life."
Aw,
And then she put her phone number there.
that's sweet. Did you call
Yeah.
her?
No.
Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot.
I don't want to smile.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in smiling. But it was neat to
Could have
get
been the one.
hit on like that. It's never happened before.
Yeah, I mean,
Hello, can I help you?
Sean, I heard you wanted to sell your house on Beatrice Street.
Nope, I don't.
Why not?
I think so.
Good for you. I would hold two right now. Do you have any other houses that you're looking to sell?
Nope.
All right. Appreciate your time, man.
Thank you, bye-bye.
I mean, he's just got this knack of having people just have an easy time with him. But again, I'm just wanting to point out here, the hit rate is incredible. And even Bobby's miss rate, incredible.
Let's go, Letitia. I'm gonna do the same thing. So you want to sell your house?
Hey, Letitia, I heard you want to sell your house.
somebody told me that you wanted to sell.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person.
Daniel's 81 years old. Let's do this.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
What's up?
Your call.
Set that. Jill. Oh.
The wireless customer you are calling.
So not too many answers. Do we just leave everything in and keep it raw and be organic?
Say it again.
We should just leave it all in. You guys have been having a great podcast while I've been doing this, but the reality of cold calling.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to edit anything. Just keep it going.
So you never knew who the mysterious lady was with her hand in your pants.
She got a good grab on my butt, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's a way to
It was aggressive.
show what you wanted.
Hello?
Rogelio? How do you say your name? Rogelio? Rogelio. Rogelio. Do you still have your house on 113th Avenue?
It's no longer mine.
Oh, it's no longer yours? When did you sell it?
No, it was my dad's house. He sold it.
Oh, shit. Okay. Do you have a house right now? Do you want to sell?
No, right now I'm building a new house, but in Tonopah City.
Are you building one? What about your old one? Will you
Building
sell,
one. Good for you.
you sell your old one when you're
What about
done?
your old one? Well, the old one was his dad's.
He doesn't have one.
Yeah.
You don't have any house you want to sell?
You don't have a house you want to sell right now?
So that's where you guys have my number, because it's, we put everything, like my info.
Yeah.
Because my dad, he's like, he's retired. So
Yeah.
he sold the house and everything, and he moved.
Makes sense. Are you just building the one house for yourself, or are you like a builder? You build a bunch of houses.
Just from, we help, some people to build houses and
Cool.
I'm building one for myself.
Good for you, man. That's great. All right. Well, I'm a buyer. If you want to save my info and hit me up if you ever need a property sold.
Yeah, and then you offer, like how is the market, or like, because the houses, we build, so it's like new houses, custom houses.
So I only like ugly
Got
houses.
it. I prefer the ugly ones.
I know. Me too. I prefer the only ones. I used to have, one guy to buy.
Ask him, does he buy them?
Do you buy too? Do you buy houses too? Are you in real estate?
No, I know. I have one of my friends, so
Cool.
he wants that have the money, because I was the guy that oversees everything, that where it's cool.
See, if I have a good ugly house, can I send it to you to send to your friend?
Cool. Well, if I end up finding a house, can I send it to you to send to your friend?
Yeah, send it to me. Yeah, you buy a ugly house, and like send me the info, and I can stop by and see how much, and how it.
I love it. All right, cool.
Okay, or something.
Rogelio. Well, my name's Bobby, so I'll save your number.
Okay, well,
Thanks,
save my number, and I will save you. Okay.
Cool, man. Nice to meet you. Have a good day.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
It's something about that Bobby's just like,
I've been told I'm disarming.
yeah, because you're kind of like, I don't care. Hey, what's
I hope
up?
that doesn't come across as apathetic.
It's not apathetic. It's almost just like there's no stakes.
Because there are none. Everything will be all right either way,
Yeah. Maybe there's something to that, right? Just like being easy, relaxed with it. He's super relaxed with it, and that's why even the like people who would be super jerky normally, we're just kind of like, meh. I have no reason to be mean to this guy.
Yeah.
He hasn't been abrasive or anything. He's just been like normal.
It makes me really curious about like other people who do cold calls and they suck at it. I want to hear what they actually.
I think
probably sound like they're reading.
They sound like they're reading a script, or they come off incredibly desperate, or they come off incredibly pushy, right? And that's always going to be get rejected by somebody on the other line, right? Because that energy isn't fun. Nobody wants that. But this is like, it's neutral. It's like a neutral energy that you're coming at people with, so they're just neutral back, which I think is probably a real big note for people who are watching this right now, is try to like just relax, take a couple deep breaths. There's if you're not calling like your life depends on it, but you're really just calling to shoot the shiz the way Bobby's doing it, then you're probably going to have better results.
I can see that. Okay, Miguel, let's go. How many have I done?
I mean, we got another 15 minutes, Bobby. You make it count.
Let's go, Freddie.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be cut.
How you doing for time, Jenna?
Oh, I'm good.
Satyendra. This is another tough one. This might be Indian. Satyendra. Satyendra.
Satinder.
Satyendra.
Is this Satinder? Say it like that. Is this Satinder?
Hi, is this Satinder?
Yeah.
I'm calling about your house on Clarendon. Do you still own that?
I don't have a house on Clarendon.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a retort quick enough.
Yeah, he was just like, not interested. Not interested, not interesting. Not interested, not interesting.
So do your parents speak another language, Jamil?
Yeah. Actually, funny enough, they speak a couple languages.
Wow.
One of them is Swahili.
Do you speak it too?
I don't speak Swahili. They speak Swahili because they were both born in Africa.
Huh.
Even though we're Indian. We're Indian Africans. And then the other language that they speak and I speak is an Indian dialect called Kutchi. And it's from this little region called Kutch. And it literally translates into underwear.
There you go.
It's like the underwear of the Indian languages.
Now, are you fluent?
I can speak it. I mean, I'm fluent in it, but my grammar's balls because I learned it so that I could communicate with my grandparents.
Hello, Lainey.
Hi.
Hi. I heard you were looking to sell your house, so I'm here to save the day. My name's Bobby.
Bobby, where do you get my number?
I had a friend of mine told me about it, but are you still on Berkeley Road?
Which one?
Berkeley?
Berkeley. I don't
Yeah.
have any house there.
But you do have houses that you want to sell.
I don't have any house for sale. Please delete my number because I have too many calls and I don't have anything for sale. Okay?
Yeah, I wonder why you're on a list like that. I'm sorry.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
have a good day.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know where. That is why I'm asking you because my number is not public. So thank you.
Yeah, appreciate your time.
Mhm.
Oh, Lainey.
Lainey. He's like, Lainey.
She liked that.
Yeah. She was like, hey,
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
Hey, it's
Your
me.
call
is this Rogelio? From high school?
Lainey says,
Welcome
I've
to
been waiting for your
Verizon
call.
Wireless. Your
Daryl?
Boring. Is Daryl.
your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Should I try? Your mom told me that you want to sell your house.
Let's see what happens.
Maribel. I'll do it.
How'd you get my number? Your mom. Oh gosh.
This is George.
Hey, George. I heard you were looking to sell your house, and I'm here to save the day.
That's not true. None of my houses are for sale.
Yeah, you got multiple houses? Are you in real estate investing?
64 of them.
64?
Yeah, they're not for sale.
Sheesh,
Do you
good
buy
for
houses?
How long have you been doing it? I'm just starting.
It's about 13 years now.
Damn. What was the first deal? Wholesale? Buy and hold?
Nope. The right timing. Bought it for $16,000.
Sheesh.
Wow.
Yeah, shit. The math 13 years ago was like right after the crash, huh?
That's right.
Good for you, man. Well, hey, I
Does he
won't
still
take
buy?
any more
Does
of
he
your
still
time,
buy?
but let me be a bird dog for you.
Okay, thanks.
All right, I'll hit you up if I find one. George. His name is Jorge in here. Should I save his number? Maybe.
I would save his number. He's a buyer. You were taking a little too long on the call for him. For a guy with 64 houses, he was like, speed it up.
Speed it up.
He was just like, fast forward. Can I put you on 2x speed?
So what do you do in your contacts? You just type buyer?
Yep. I put buyer so then I can just search buyer and then
Yeah.
away they go. And I do the same thing for real estate agents. And then I also label them if they're a good agent or a bad agent. So I'll put like agent good beside it. So then that tells me that they're a good one, or I put agent bad. And that tells me that I shouldn't answer the phone.
But do not answer.
I only have a couple do not answers in my
I
phone.
don't have any of that. I had a friend that used to do
You
that.
have none?
Uh-uh.
Let me see if I have any right now.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Huh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is Jamil.
Hi, Carolina. I heard you were looking to sell your house, so I'm here to save the day. My name's Bobby.
No, I'm not working with someone else.
Do you still have the one that's on Encanto?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you have any other ones that you're looking to sell?
No.
All right. You know anybody else?
No.
Okay. You have a lovely day. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
She had a giggle at that one. Oh my gosh. She's just like, keep swinging here, buddy. Keep swinging. Oh man, this is fun. 8 more minutes, Bobby. Make it count. One lead, 8 minutes. Home stretch.
Are you using all the same list?
Yeah.
Still on the wholesale list.
Oh, okay.
What's your favorite source of protein?
Like the company I use.
Yeah, like do you like shakes or do you
Yeah. Yeah, I like protein shakes.
what kind of shake?
I like First Form, and they have like a mint chocolate. It's my
Mm.
favorite. Tastes like a peppermint patty.
Shout out Andy Frisella.
I know. I buy so much of his stuff. You probably know him, don't you?
I've met him, but we're not homies or nothing.
Oh,
Yeah. He's homies of mine, but he's not my homie.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, when I did my race, I had his sports bra on.
When you what?
When I did my race yesterday, I was wearing a First Form sports bra.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, that you really made it when people have your logo on their chest.
Yeah. I was waiting for my Deal Junkie sports bra, but I didn't get it yet.
Check the mail.
Okay, I'll look. That way I can wear it for the next
We
call.
got to get Jen a Deal Junkie sports bra.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll wear it.
Hey, Rodney.
Yes.
My name's Bobby. I heard you were looking to sell your house on Verdi, so I'm here to save the day. What's going on, man?
I don't know how you got this phone number. I don't even own a house on Verdi.
Do you own a house?
Thanks. Bye.
Later.
Bro, I'm not mad at it. Keep it going.
Court.
6 more minutes. Make it fun, man. Good number. Have you ever tried breath work?
I don't really know much about it. I heard you were doing it a little bit ago.
You want to get addicted to something?
Yeah.
Something that's really good?
Is that I saw that you posted something about you're having some kind of little get together.
Yeah, I'm going to do a whole retreat in Sedona.
That'd be cool.
You should come.
Okay. I don't even know what state is that?
Arizona.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a magical place. Even if you don't come to the resort or to retreat, you should go to Sedona at some point. It's beautiful.
And so are you teaching it or are you having other people?
I'm having the people that I hire and things. It's going to be like 3 days of meditation, breath work, like shadow work, really going in and looking at some of the parts of ourselves that we may not be loving or accepting of yet. Letting go of limited beliefs, those stories where we're holding on to areas where we need to put some forgiveness in there, like really just helping people kind of unshackle themselves so that they can get more purposeful in their lives.
Mhm.
It's just work that I've been doing over the last few years that I'm going to share with other people. I'm excited.
Yeah, looked really cool.
But I'm going to send you a YouTube video
Okay.
of a channel that you should be following.
Okay.
And it's so good, Jenna. Like you get addicted to this breath work because your body just dumps all these good chemicals into your system.
Okay. See, like I was always like real hesitant with that stuff because I like went to private Catholic school for 13 years. And I remember my chemistry teacher would tell us never to do meditation because it would channel the devil. And that like just stuck with me like through my older years and it just freaked me out. Then I just like always kind of closed off that part of my life. So I've never really done like I've done a couple like meditation things like in a group setting, but I've never really done a whole lot of it independently because I just didn't really know what to do.
Mm-hmm. Meditation's cool. It's harder, right? Because it's like not thinking of anything or
Yeah.
just focusing on your breath. It's so crazy to me that
Hello?
Hello?
Hi. How do you say your name? Is it Fuyo?
Mm-hmm.
I'm calling to. My name's Bobby. I'm calling to see if you're looking to sell your house on Wayland Drive.
And no, thank you for asking.
Okay.
Thanks, bye.
Bye. Bye.
That's a ninja.
Full YOLO.
Hey.
He did.
Oh, yep.
Canceled.
You like calling now. You have two phones going.
Yeah, I filmed myself with this one, airdropping it to myself as I make a call, and I'm looking at a spreadsheet, and I'm on a live recording here.
God. Use your feet.
I'm sorry to be missing your call. Leave me a
I'm so
message.
sorry you're missing my call too.
2 more minutes, Bobby.
Sierra.
This is your last call, Bobby.
Remember that rumor when Sierra was a big R&B star that she was actually a man? Do you remember that?
I don't.
Mm-mm.
I remember the rumor of Marilyn Manson having a rib removed. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, so that he could relate himself.
I've heard that one.
Like the power of rumors. That was before the internet.
I also
Please leave
heard a
a
rumor
message
that
for-
Marilyn Manson was Paul from the Wonder Years.
I heard that too.
How did rumors spread before the internet?
I don't know. Have you heard good rumors about you? Is there like no?
No, have you?
No, not really.
Hi, Francisco. My name's Bobby. I'm calling to see if you still have your house on 49th Avenue.
Oh,
He said,
he just tisked at him.
oh, all right. This will be the last one.
Last one. Yeah, 40 seconds.
Bummer. Last one, no answer. I was going to say, Ophelia, two things. You got a beautiful name, and I'm looking to see if you're selling your house.
Come on, call the next one.
That one.
We're going into overtime.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Adele. Oh, call Adele. Hello.
Oh, do you remember the one time we called somebody and they pretended they were like a pizza store?
Oh, yeah.
And then you tried calling, order a pizza, and they didn't answer.
They thought they were saying they were Domino's.
Yeah, or something.
How are you?
Good afternoon, Kevin here.
Kevin, is Adele there? I'm looking for Adele.
No, she's not.
All
What can I
right.
help you with?
Well, I'm calling about the property on 48th Lane, but if
It's already rented, and if you want to call back and leave your name and number, and if it comes up for a rent or if anything else in the area,
Wanna sell
I'll
it.
give you a call.
you sound like you do real estate.
Yes, I do.
Nice. Well, it's nice to meet you. My name's Bobby. I'm just calling around looking for opportunities. So, if
Okay, Robbie, do not call me again on any of my properties. Okay, I'm on the no call list.
are you an investor or an agent?
Yes, I'm an investor and an agent. I get probably 8 or 9 of these a day, and I block the numbers, and I just keep getting new ones, and it's just really frustrating.
Yeah, I understand. What you got to do is go
Okay.
to the registry. What I can't really do much. I
Already
can't push on. Yeah.
Already did. I've been on there for the last 5 years, and they tell me just to keep reporting the numbers, but I mean it's a $30,000 fine, right? So I don't want to do that to people.
Oh well,
But
yeah,
just-
shit. I appreciate that because this is my actual cell phone number. But yeah, cool, man.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah. If you come across any KRD, WHP2, KRD 1, 2, 3, Winter Harbor. You probably don't remember that already, but we're not interested in selling anything else.
Sounds good, man. I'll bring you what I can.
All right.
All right. Have a good day, Kevin. Bye. What was that? What did he say?
It's like Jekyll and Hyde. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. He just like,
QH2A plus.
oh my God, canceled.
What did he say? What are those acronyms?
Those are his company names.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling you if you come across this LLC, this LLC, this LLC, this
Gotcha.
LLC, then they're all me. He was flexing without the flex. Well, there you have it, guys. Lots of swings,
No hits.
no hits, but incredible data. We had lots of conversations for the amount of time that we called, and that's the name of the game here. We just got to keep having conversations with people, talk to as many folks as you can, because, hey, what's the worst that can happen? Somebody yells at you. Oh, well, that's the business. That's what we got to do. But try to do this for an hour to 2 hours every single day. Just be natural, be yourself, have quality conversations with people. And if you can do this every day for the next 90 days, I promise you, using this data, you will get a deal. And that deal could change your life. The average assignment fee in the United States is $15,000. What would $15,000 do for you right now? Quite a bit. Jenna, always a pleasure seeing you.
You too.
Bobby, good job. And for you watching this, do us a favor, like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Share this video with somebody if they're cold calling and they need to have a laugh. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Maybe a quick outro and a
Yep.
reminder to get Dr. Deals.
Hey, there you have it, right? So super easy. So if you're sitting there right now being like, man, I don't want to do this. You guys saw how simple it was, right? Bobby just sounded like a normal human being. He just called people, really relaxed, really easy, was super easy. He enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. You probably enjoyed watching it. Even Jenna enjoyed watching it. So it was fun. Give it a try yourself. And if you haven't already, check out Dr. Deal Junkie. Again, the link is in the description. You absolutely need to check out that data because look at how many connects we got, right? There was like barely any wrong numbers, which again, for what we're doing here is the most important data point. All right, hit the like button again, subscribe to the video, and bye. Also, if you're making cold calls and you need a little bit of help or whatever, send me a DM on IG and I'll help you out.